Hey everyone, welcome back to the homestead. I am Nadine, and as you can see, we had our first official snow of the season, and I'm going to be working out at the chicken run today because our chicken water keeps freezing and we can't have that during the winter. So what I'm going to be doing today is running an extension cord from our bunnies over to the chicken waterer so that I can put in this ultimate stock tank de-icer. It is a floating or a submersible, so I'm going to be using it as a submersible de-icer. It's safe for plastic and metal tanks. I got this, I think actually 3 years ago to use in their water, and I just never used it. I ended up using a 5-gallon bucket and just emptying that and refilling it every day. Well, my water is a little bit bigger this year, so that's going to be a little bit harder to do. But so this is what it looks like, and I like that it has this cage around it so it'll protect the garbage can from the, if you can see in there, the metal heating elements. So the metal isn't actually going to be touching anything, which is wonderful. So to make it a submersible or a sinking de-icer, we want to remove this floating piece here that's full of styrofoam, and it just twists off like a screw. So that is what we're left with. And then it has this convenient little clip, so you can clip the wire, the plug, to the top part of the garbage can or stock tank or water or whatever you're using. That way your cord doesn't fall in and you end up electrocuting your birds. Don't want that. So let's go ahead and take all of this stuff back to the chicken water and start getting it set up. Alrighty, so we are out at the chicken water. I've made this out of a 32-gallon trash can, so it is plastic, and unfortunately it is frozen solid in there, so hopefully this will help. This stock tank de-icer comes in a bunch of different sizes, and when I purchased it, it had like a chart to go off of. So it gives you the gallon size of your stock tank and the zone that you're in. I am in zone 6 up here in Pennsylvania, and I have a 32-gallon, so I went with 30 gallons. So this is for a 30-gallon zone 6, I needed a 250 watt de-icer, and so that is what this is, 250 watts. So I will leave a link for this specific de-icer in the description below for you guys in case this is something you're interested in. I am hoping that this works for us. Like I said, this is my first time giving it a try, so here we go. Alrighty, so I broke up the ice as best as I could. Unfortunately, there's a really thick ring of ice all the way around the trash can and along the bottom, which is causing these nipples down here to be frozen solid. So I'm hoping that once I plug this in, it's going to be warm enough to melt all of that ice and free up these nipples on the outside. So, and then this is how that clip works. You just put it over top of the cord and it holds it in place so that it's not getting moved around or dropped into your water. So let's go ahead and run the extension cord. It's going to be run over to the rabbitry over there, and hope that this works. Alrighty, so the stock tank de-icer is all plugged in and set up, and I guess we'll just come back in a couple hours and see if it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Hopefully it works and it frees up those horizontal water nipples on the outside of the chicken water and allow them to get fresh water throughout the winter. So we'll come back in a couple hours and we'll check that out. While we're in the rabbitry though, let me give you guys an update on how the rabbits are doing. We did have one successful litter from Miss Eden here, and she has 9 very furry babies. So let me show you her babies. Alrighty, here they are. Look at these cute little guys. Look at how fluffy they are. I love it. Hello, guys. She keeps them all nice and snug back there. And they're doing really, really well. So it is the next day after putting in the stock tank de-icer for the chicken waterer, and we're gonna go ahead and check things out. So it is a little bit warmer today to begin with. So all of the ice is out of here, but I did check it last night and 90% of it was thawed out. So I think this is going to be a really good solution for us during the winter. I'll just have to keep an eye out on it as we get some colder days. I hear you. Being noisy birds today. But anyway, I'm really pleased with how this worked last night. The water was still pretty frozen and it managed to get, like I said, about 90% of it thawed out. So I'm excited to see how this continues to work as we progress into the colder winter months. Now, I know some of you are probably going to badmouth me about the extension cord into another extension cord. That is not a permanent solution. We do want to run electric to the rabbitry and to the chicken coop here so that we don't have extension cords all over the place. So that is a project on our to-do list for the warmer months. But for right now, needs must, and an extension cord is what we've got to work with. So that is what we are doing, but it is not a permanent solution. We will be running some outlets out to those 2 locations this year. So if you guys have any questions regarding the de-icer and my watering system, I will leave some links below for the de-icer itself, for how I made my chicken waterer, so that you guys can find them down below. Again, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments and I will answer them as best I can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to grow where you're planted.